Hello guys, and welcome back to our episode of Mountain Spring Outdoors. As you may or may not be able to tell, I walked out of bed and I needed to post a video, but I realized that first I had to make one, so I'm making this video in the morning. I am posting it. That's just how organized and stuff I am. So, one sec while I think of a topic. How about what we do here is I will film myself making toast. That seem pretty interesting? Yeah, maybe I'll think of something else. Okay. We're here and it's time to do some fishing stuff while I sit in this chair that is way too small for me. Okay guys, so today we are going to be talking about bottom fishing for trout. So, there is a lot of people out there that might be skeptic of me for wanting to bottom fish for trout. But, if you watched my video, the trout catch, clean, and cook, you will know that this tactic is very effective. So, here we are. I have the Coonan American Edition. What's its model? KBRV. Ooh, nice. So this is a great ultralight. It's 4 1/3 feet, such. So see what I got here is just this 1/8 ounce lead. This is 8-pound spider wire. And it's on this pole, so that's my main line, tied down to this. Is maybe probably too big of a swivel. I don't know, I can probably change it. And then I have 4-pound test coming down to a one sec, let me get this unhooked. This is it. Like I was saying, so now another great bottom rig. Oh, yes. So if the trout aren't biting that, if just for some weird reason, like they're biting it, but it's just slipping out of their mouth because you put a big old chunk of power bait on there or something. With the smaller hooks, 2 things. One, what I like to do is, so this is more of a catch and release hook. That's more of a keep hook because they swallow it a little bit more often. So with this hook, you put 2 globs of power bait on each side. Each side of the hook like so, leaving one exposed. So they'll bite it and then, but the problem is that there's maybe too much hook point exposed. And the fish are feeling it. And they're just not biting it. What you want to do in that scenario is the size 14 treble hook. Yeah, sure, put a big old glob power bait. But when you go to set the hook, guess what? Whoop! Thing goes right out of their mouths. So I'm going to show you a great solution. Here's what you want to do. So I got that, I have all that, but here's what I'm going to do. So back to the size 14 treble hook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a split shot about that big, and right above it, I'm going to put that split shot on. And then what I'm going to do is almost play it kind of like a method lead, except you don't want the power bait to let go like a method lead. so you don't leave it out there for as long, is what you do is you put a big old sticky glob of power bait like this, and then a little one on the bottom, like just barely a tittle on the bottom. And then that leaves the tiny hook points exposed that the fish can't feel as much. And I don't have this on very tight so it slides. But you want to get on there nice and tight so it doesn't slide. And then the fish are feeling it. They feel the power bait. You go. There's enough hook point exposed to where you can set the hook, but not so much to where they don't want to bite it. Another rig, which is for drifting, is to, right here I have a size about 6'4" barbless hook. Boop, whoop, whoop, whoop. And what I do is, so I have my main line, and for this job you want a tiny one, like this, a tiny swivel, a tiny swivel. And what you want to do is you want to tie a 4-pound leader. This is a size 12 barrel swivel, by the way. You tie a leader of 4-pound test from that about this long to this barbless hook. Then what you do is you put about a 1/6 sliding egg lead on right above that, and what you do is you either put a worm on there, or what you do is instead of a worm you'll put a glob of power bait there. And if the power bait isn't staying on, put a little thingy like there, right there. But you'll downsize this. So that's that. I'm going to show you one more rig that is a great one. Well, it's not really a rig, it's more of a suggestion. So let's say you've got this exact same rig, you're fishing off the bottom. You're casting into this spot where you know that there's trout. But let's say there's new weed bed there and you don't know it, but you're coming back with clops of weeds. Most likely, if there are fish there, if they're trout, they are not going to be in the weeds. They're not on the bottom in the weeds. They are going to be above the weeds. Put on a bobber. So, that's my last tip. That's all I've got. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. It really helps me out. I'm trying to grow this channel bigger and bigger. So, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, telling your friends, telling your mom and dad, telling your friend, I already said friends, your family, that would really help us. So, dang, I got something in my eye. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'll see you next time.